turning it on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I was going like.
Yeah, I wondered why. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and let you sign in. Because you called Philip and he gave you a, make yourself comfortable. He called you and gave you your new sign-in name and everything. Learning somebody else's mouse is always funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
The keyboard's
Oh,
up
the
there.
keyboard. Oh, that's awesome. What a nice desk.
I have to do that too. Let's hope today's not slow. 2 days ago I was practicing and the whole system was down. I thought it was a good thing that wasn't the time we had planned to do this. Right. Okay. This is your homepage. This is your group. This is where you'll land every time you sign in.
Mm-hmm.
So, oops, you saw Jack. So at the top, if you click on your profile, that's where you can enter specific information about yourself. If you scroll down, you can see after it loads, of course. I'm sorry.
I think I already did.
Okay, good. That's where you would put any biographical information that you want or contact information. And it's a good place to put your email address.
Really? Should I put it in there?
In case other people want, other parents that you might want to be in contact with. If you see a blog and you want to be able to have a communication with another family, this way they'll know how to reach you.
Great.
But it's not publicly viewable,
Mm-hmm.
just that basic information. But anything you add, you have to be sure to scroll down and click save or post. I can't remember what it says. Save. This page says save, but you always have to scroll down to the bottom in order for it to save.
Okay. This is kind of like Facebook.
It is. A few people have said that very same thing. The favorite places part is where, well, you don't have anything that's saved yet on your favorite place. So let's go back to your group. And I'll talk to you about favorites. I think you might have to double click. Anytime you want to add something to your favorites, if you have found a blog or you want to add your group homepage to one of your favorites, so that if you're somewhere else on the site and you want to come back to this, you would make it a favorite. So it's a good thing to have your group as a favorite. So when you want to add it, right, you just click the add group to favorites. And you noticed before you did that, it had a gold star with a green plus sign. And when you clicked on it, then it changed to a gold star with a red minus sign. That means it did log as your favorite.
Oh, okay.
So if you decided so you had a blog or something else on there that you decided you no longer wanted as your favorite, once you were there, all you have to do is click the remove group.
Okay.
But now if you go to my favorite places, your group should be there. Your family headquarters is there. So if you're anywhere else on the site, you can choose to come back this way, or you can go back to favorite places and click on your family headquarters. So anything you want to favorite, you just click on the gold star with the green plus, and as soon as it's a favorite, it gets a red minus sign.
Okay.
Okay. Now the first tab in the black bar is your group, which is your homepage. The next tab is the new user training. If you want to click on that, I'll tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah, I did open that up, but I didn't do anything.
Okay.
Because my computer actually was not loading at all, so I could listen to it. It would load a little bit, stop. So that's why I had to come over here too, you know.
Well, once you get your new laptop up and running, all of that will, I think it's because your computer is just so old. So that's going to be fine. But if you scroll down a little bit more, you can see, I'll show you something. All the training lessons are here. So say you want to review some more today. We talked about how to make something your favorites. You would just click on lesson 4. We could do that just for an instance, or it could be anything else.
I clicked on watch this first.
Okay.
And that's when I had the trouble with my computer just pausing and then letting it load and then.
Okay. Well, when you do that, then you just click on the arrow and then the lesson starts. And they're usually like, you know, anywhere from 2 to 7 minutes videos. But the text version of the learning is right below.
Good.
So if you want to, if it's easier to just read it, she'll tell you how to do the favorites very quickly. And so any one of these lessons, I've done them all so many times because I'm so slow in learning the computer stuff. But and we're going to review these basic things today. But so that's what's under your new user training tab.
Okay.
So you can go back, scroll all the way up, and then okay, we'll go to the resources tab.
Dora or Phillips?
Yes. Well, Dora is that's in case you have any financial concerns or questions about that can be answered there. And Phillips Tech City. You've already talked to Philip on the phone. I know you've emailed him. You can continue to do that, or you can post to him through Phillips Tech City.
Oh. I bet Philip has delusional grandiose.
I know. I always feel bad when I have to call him because I know to him it's so obvious. And he's been very patient with me, though. He has been so patient with me. And that's how you can post to him. And even he knows that I would prefer to call him than to deal with him through this site. But you're really good with your computer skills. So you may find this to be easier and quicker.
Yeah, I would do it this way.
Yes, I suspect most people would. It's me. Well, and the Doors is a resource for discussions about financial issues. And I don't know that that's so much a concern because you're on a token through the county. But that's what would happen through Dora. And the public tab is will show you that there's a store, an RDI store. So if you were interested in buying any books
that's nice.
or DVDs, you can buy them right through the website.
The snowy day. We went through that. I wonder if a lot of autistic children.
A lot of the
Get
Ezra
that.
Jack Keats books
Oh.
are books that are recommended through RDI, and I think I haven't read them in so many years, but that would be fun for us to explore and kind of see why that's the case. So let's see if you can go back. Probably easiest to go back by just maybe clicking the back arrow. And now, what's the quickest way to go back to your group? You can do it one of two ways. To your
Favorite
homepage.
place.
Yeah, I'd just go to your favorite place and go back to your family headquarters. Alright. The other thing I wanted to show you on this page is the search bar. And that's a good place if you, for instance, say you want to learn more about, say, self-regulation, for instance. If you type in self-regulation, you can do that. You'll see that lots of different blogs will come up, or webinars, articles that you can read. It just helps you to get quicker to than having the quickest way to search. It's just like your search bar if you were on the Google search. Okay, so we'll move down to these tabs here. The group home is where we are, and discussions is where we're going to be spending a lot of time, but we'll skip over to notebooks right now. And the notebooks tab is really a place where it's like a private journal for you. And if you decide that you want to start, if you wanted to start keeping a journal about how things were going at school for TJ, or concerns that you had, or your feelings about how you're progressing through RDI, or things you might want to share with me or with his dedicated assistant, or you can. It's just a place for you to do that, and that's a private page. Nobody will be there but you. And unless you say, you can favorite that, of course, right? Good idea. If there's something you want me to see that's in your notebook, just let me know that. Otherwise, I won't even go there. That's your private page.
I guess I would go to edit.
And there's actually a tutorial in the user training about how to actually set it up with a table of contents and chapters and that kind of thing. But it's titled Your Family Notebook.
And that's what
And that's where you go. Yeah.
Good. That's
And that might be nice for you because I know you like to journal.
Yeah.
But if you go back to the discussions tab, that's where we'll probably be doing most of our work. Just click OK. All right. On the discussions tab, you posted something already.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Let's see what
Yeah, I
you
wanted
posted.
to be, show you that I could.
That you did that. That's terrific. I'm so glad. That's wonderful. Let's just scroll down and see what you've got there. Okay, so I posted to you. I thought it'd be a good idea to post something here, and you replied. So then you already know what to do. Because any discussion thread really is, that I would post something and you would reply, and then we have a discussion thread. You'll rarely use that new post button. That's pretty much something that I would be doing. But in the event that you did want to send me something that was totally unrelated, then it would be something that would be on the new post. So let's go back up and take a look at that. Because this is, click on new post and let's see what happens. Do we get some new tabs? Compose would be where you would write. And the options tab is where you would click on that if you really wanted to attach a file, if you wanted me to read an article that you came across, or then you would just click to add it and search just like you would if you were setting an attachment to your email. And the preview button allows you to preview what it is that before you post it.
Okay.
That's all that's really there.
Okay.
Now let's go back to the discussions. Okay, let's scroll down and see. Open up the one that we had already opened. Okay. Now, let's go down a little bit more so we can see. If we were gonna, let's continue this thread by pressing reply. So we're gonna say, oh, okay. I guess you just start typing. Okay. But if you wanted to attach a video to me, this is how this is where you'll go.
Oh, okay.
But before you would attach a video, you need to click use rich formatting.
Oh.
Because if you click that, you'll see what happens. Then you get the whole toolbar. I have to scroll down again. Always takes you back to the top. You see, now you got the full toolbar, which you'll need because that's the icon to post a video.
Okay.
To insert a video.
And then I can.
Then you would go to your YouTube account, because the YouTube account is still on your regular web site. It's not part of the OS. So you would highlight it and do Control V
for paste.
For paste, and Control C, I think, for a copy. So you would copy the URL from the YouTube account and you would paste it right here.
Okay.
Just like you used to do. So that's going to be your assignment now. That when you go home tonight, I was hoping, and I'll send it to you via discussion in a new thread. I'll always post in the discussions. That's where I will post the objectives and the lessons and the assignments, and then you will just be replying to those posts. Make sure that you always scroll down. I think you already learned that the first time you did that, in order to click post so that it actually loads and stays there. That's the button for saving, really. So I was hoping you would do like a 2-minute GPR with TJ, videotape it, and upload it to me on the new site, and then I'll have your homework assignment for this.
Okay.
Does that sound okay?
Yeah. You want me to do it after you send me the homework?
I'll do it. Yeah. I'll send it to you after you leave today.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. There is one other thing I wanted to show you, and that was about webinars. So
Mhm.
why don't we scroll back up and go back to resources? Oh, it's not under resources. Well, try that and let's see what happens.
Wait, this one?
No, under resources, and see if anything else comes up besides Dora and Philip. Okay, let's scroll down.
Oh,
There's how you would access your archived webinars.
Okay.
So if you, all you have to do is go to resources and click on access archived webinars, and you can watch webinars that are of interest to you. If you want to read some, watch a webinar about setting limits, or watch a webinar about
Oh wow, look at that. Co-regulation?
right, co-regulation. You would just, or how to, or what special things to do about the holidays, or any webinars that might interest you. You have access to all of those that way, and you can favorite that page so that you can go to community webinars.
Yeah.
And you would click here to attend a parent webinar. If they're a live one, when they're live, then you would say today at 1 o'clock. Now remember, these times are Central Standard Time. This is Texas time. So when I watch webinars in Texas, it's an hour later.
It's an hour. Oh, okay.
So if today at 2 o'clock today, you can actually watch a parent webinar, and you would click here if it's a live webinar.
What?
You
Click here?
Click here to attend a parent webinar that's
wow.
going on at 2 o'clock. It's and then you actually become part of the interaction.
Oh.
It's really nice because it's the person that's teaching the webinar. It's live, so you'll see her face when it's ready. When there's one
When
happening,
it's ready.
and it logs you in as a participant, and then you can use your keyboard to participate in the discussion or to pose a question.
Wow.
So, and this tells you it hasn't started yet. You can access it once the host arrives. But if you missed it, and it was a topic that you were particularly interested in, then you can, once it's archived, you can watch it on the archive.
Oh, okay.
And that's another reason to go back to, let's go back to our group homepage.
Yeah.
I like the way it's organized. When it asks me, what would you like to do? See, on your group homepage, it also lists under the community news, I failed to mention this earlier, all the latest information of upcoming events, like the conference that's coming up, or when they have uploaded a webinar to the archive site, they'll list it here. Like there's in case there's a webinar that you didn't even know was available, if they've posted it, a new one will be listed here to keep you current. And that's pretty much it.